MHC Plantation Berhad, a company that plays an important role in Malaysia's plantation and renewable energy industry. To begin, MHC Plantation Berhad is a Malaysian company mainly involved in three core activities: oil palm plantation, palm oil mining, and biomass renewable energy. The company's history goes back to the 1980s, when it first started under the name Maju Palm Plantation Sdn Berhad. Over time, as the business grew and expanded, it officially became known as MHC Plantation Berhad. Most of the company's plantations are located in Perak, especially around the Teluk Intan area. This estate focuses on cultivating oil palm trees, producing fresh fruit bunches that are later processed into crude palm oil. To support this activity, MHC operates its own palm oil mills, which help ensure efficient processing and high-quality output. One unique aspect of MHC compared to many other plantation companies is its involvement in renewable energy. The company operates biomass power plant which use empty fruit, bunches and other palm waste as fuel to generate electricity. This is not only reduce waste but also contribute to Malaysia's push toward greener and more sustainable energy resources.
MHC is also part of a bigger network that includes Cepat Wawasan Group Berhad and Timah Resources Limited. These companies work together and strengthen each other, especially in plantation operation and energy generation. Because of this partnership, MHC is able to diversify its income and reduce its dependence on palm oil prices alone. In terms of goals, MHC aims to manage its plantation in a sustainable, efficient and environmentally responsible way. They focus on improving yields, reducing pollution and making full use of every part of the palm oil production cycle. Their renewable energy segment reflect their commitment to long-term sustainability. Financially, MHC records its performance through quarterly reports. Most of its revenue comes from selling crude palm oil, palm kernel and electricity generated from biomass. Like all plantation companies, MHC performance can be affected by weather conditions, global CPO prices and market demand. However, the company remains relatively stable because it has two strong business pillars, which is plantation and energy. In conclusion, MHC Plantation Berhad is more than just a traditional plantation company. It has transformed into a diversified and sustainable business that contributes to both Malaysia's agriculture and energy sectors. With its experience, renewable energy initiatives and commitment to sustainable practice, MHC continues to grow and strengthen its position in the industry.
Good morning everyone. I'm reporter Nurin Farah Afrina.
And I'm reporter Muhammad Farish.
Today, our group will present the working capital analysis of MHC Plantation Berhad. But before we look at the numbers, let's understand why working capital matters. Working capital isn't just a calculation. It reflects the company's ability to survive. A company with strong working capital will continue operations smoothly, but a company with weak working capital will struggle, even if it has high profits on paper.
This is why we argue that working capital is one of the strongest indicators of short-term financial health. It shows whether a business can pay its employees, suppliers, and other immediate expenses.
In other words, without proper working capital management, even a problem or a profitable company can collapse. With that in mind, let's look at what MHC Plantation owes and owns.
Thank you, Farah and Farish. I'm reporter Christina to give you guys a detailed explanation about MHC Plantation Berhad. Now, when we analyze MHC Plantation's asset and liabilities, we can clearly see that the company is asset heavy, especially in fixed assets like plantation, mills, and equipment. This is typical for plantation company, but it also raises a question. Does having high fixed asset automatically mean the company is strong? No. High fixed asset only show investment, not liquidity. What really matters for daily survival is current assets. And MHC Plantation has 165 million ringgit in current assets. This is a strong position because this asset can support short-term operations. Their current liabilities are only 15 ringgit million. So from an argumentative perspective, this imbalance suggests the company is either very cautious or intentionally maintaining a high liquidity buffer. Next, the actual working capital results will explain whether this is a strategic decision or simply operational necessity. Back to the studio. Thank you.
Thank you, reporter Christina. Based on our calculation, MHC Plantation has a net working capital of RM 114 million and a current ratio of 3.28 times. Here is the argument. Some people may say that a current ratio above 3 means the company is inefficient, that it is holding too much idle cash or asset. But we argue the opposite.
In the plantation industry, income is seasonal. There are months where production is high and months where production slows. Because of this fluctuation, a high current ratio is not wasteful. It is necessary. If the company had a current ratio of only 1 or 2, it might struggle during off-season periods. So, the high liquidity is actually a strategic buffer that protects the company from seasonal risk.
Now, let's look at how their current assets are divided. First, permanent current asset is RM 122 million. For the temporary current asset is RM 42 million. This division strengthens the argument that the company plans ahead. They maintain a stable base level of asset but still keep temporary asset to handle seasonal needs. Now, we will hear from reporter Nadim. Hello, are you there, reporter Nadim?
Reporter Nadim, can you hear us?
Oh, that was a good relief. I don't know what I eat yesterday.
Faster, faster.
Oh, is it rolling?
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, hello, my name is Reporter Nadim, and today I will be reporting and examine how the company finances its assets. So, the company use a combination of trade payables, short-term loans, equity, and long-term borrowings. However, some might argue that depending too much on long-term financing increases costs because long-term loans usually carry higher interest rates. But based on our discussion with MHC company and also based on our observation, our counter argument is that long-term financing reduces refinancing risk. This means that the companies does not have to worry about constantly renewing short-term loans or facing sudden interest rate changes. This strategy supports MHC Plantation moderate working capital policy. Now, some might question, why is this policy effective? Because it prevents cash shortage, it avoids the excessive idle assets, and it balances profitability with liquidity. In a much simpler terms, the company is not overly aggressive nor overly cautious. It positions itself in the middle to reduce risk while still supporting operations. Now, the next speaker will argue why the conservative approach is suitable for this company. Thank you. I think I might to go to the toilet, man.
What's happening? Oh, sorry. Nadim, right? Okay. Thank you, Nadim. So based on our deeper analysis, MHC Plantation use a conservative working capital approach. This means they rely heavily on long-term financing and keep a high amount of liquid asset. Some critics might say that this approach is to save and reduce profitability because the company may miss opportunities by keeping too much money in cash instead of investing it aggressively. However, we argue that the conservative approach is more suitable for the plantation industry. Why? Okay, here's why. Palm oil prices are unstable, production is seasonal, weather can affect output, and also global demand may be fluctuate. Because of this risk, a conservative approach protects company from sudden financial shocks. In conclusion, our argument is that MHC Plantation's high liquidity, low short-term borrowing, and heavy reliance on long-term financing are not weaknesses, but they are strategic strength. This approach ensures the company remains stable, sustainable, and capable of handling unpredictable market conditions. And that is why conservative working capital approach is the smartest choice of MHC Plantation. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree with you. Thank you, Reporter Hazrik, for the information.
And I think that's all from us. Thank you for watching our presentation, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.